Hello everyone, welcome to Zen Appeal. Today we're going to do, as you can tell already, we're going to do a nice chair yoga practice today. So a gentler version, you get the support of the chair. Nice way to find some space in your body. You can also do this, of course, at your office, so that's kind of nice too. We'll do 20 minutes or so and just see how we feel. So we'll start sitting here. Our feet will that be about hip width space. You can just kind of check in with your toes here. If you have the ability to take off your shoes and socks, please do. And I'm going to move myself just a little bit forward. I have two mats here, and you don't need a mat underneath your chair, of course, so you probably want a more stable surface, but just because I had the mats here we are. So anyway, just taking the hands to the knees, pull the belly in, grow nice and tall, let the shoulders move back and down. And then check in with your neck and head resting on top of the neck. And close the eyes here. So we're gonna think about our nose and take a nice big breath in through the nose. Breath out through the nose. So we're going to try a little breath with sound, Ujjayi breath. So the breath moves in and out the nose and up and down from the belly. There's also pauses at the top of the inhale where we retain the breath, and at the bottom of the exhale we suspend the breath. But today we're just going to go in and out the nose. The air from the nose hits the vocal cords, there comes the sound. We're also going to worry about the breath moving up and down. So I'm going to get myself a little bit more forward and not use the support of the back of my chair, just to make my core, my postural muscles have to work a little bit harder here. My arms, I'm just going to let them rest. So I feel very tall. I feel connected to center because my belly button is pulled in. Eyes, I just have them closed, but you can soften the eye gaze if you need to. So again, we'll come to the breath in and out the nose. In the nose from the belly, up to the lungs, and then breathing out. Good. Could you make the breath with the sound into the nose, into the back of the throat? So something to think about. Also, when you're coming into your yoga practice, make sure that you maybe give the nose a little blow to get all the debris, that's what I'm going to call it, the debris out of your nose, so that your pathways are a little bit more open for you to breathe. All right, let's go again. 2 more breaths. All right, so open the eyes here and take a moment to check in with how you feel. Just after a few breaths, and bring in all your awareness to the breath. It feels nice. You're up at nice. You already start to feel yourself calming down in the mind and relaxing in the body. And all those things are good things. So we're going to move into our sides of the body next, and then we'll make our way down. So I'm going to let my arms drop down to the side. So I'm checking in with my shoulders first. And from here, I'll let my left hand just reach back down either to my knee or leg or to the side of the chair. Right? You have a couple of options there. And we take an inhale, reach over to the left. You can soften the elbow on the left, or whichever arm is on your chair, or even on the knee. If you're on the knee, it's a little bit more balance for you. Use of the core, and then come back. And we'll try the other side. Other arm reach, And we're reaching with the breath. Again, you can soften the elbow. If you take the hand to the knee or thigh, it's a little bit more balance for the core. And coming back. And from here, reaching the right arm straight up in front, all the way up by the ear, and then come down. Right arm, we'll do the same. Inhale up, and exhale down. Let's try both arms up and down. Inhale up, nice and tall at the top, and then exhale, come back down. All right, let's find our legs. I'm going to scoot even more forward. Just let the hips stay on the edge of the mat or chair. So here I start with the feet first. So check in with your toes if they're spread out. I'm just going to leave my hands to the tops of my knees and then inhale up. So I'm stretching out of my ankles here, heels nice and high. And then down, exhale. And then we go again, inhale up. And exhale down. One more, inhale up. And down. So we're gonna get a little bit more range of motion by adding dorsiflexion. So when we come up, this is a plantar flexion or a pointed foot, like you see dancers with a pointed foot. So more dorsiflexion is for getting the toes off the floor. All right, so this one's gonna be a little bit more challenging because you'll find that dorsiflexion, the ability to decrease the angle of the ankle joint, kind of goes away if you're not working on it in time, right? So we'll try our right leg first. Inhale up with the toes, press the heel down into the floor. It doesn't have to be all your might of press, just press it down. And then exhale, release the toes. We'll try the left side. Inhale up and down, back to the right, up and down, left one, inhale up and down. And already I feel the strength coming in to my legs, into my calves, or not my calves, into my shins. So let's try both, all the 10 toes and both feet coming up. So here we go. Inhale up and down. Try again. Inhale up and down. So we're going to do a little bit of both. So I'm going to reach my legs as far forward as they go. So if I reach my legs forward, I'm trying to press my balls of the feet or toes into the floor. Again, not with all my might, just to lay them let the feet lie flat to the floor. And then posture here, let me get my sitting bones a little bit more forward. Posture here, I'm still trying to keep myself upright, shoulders back and down. Arms, I'm just gonna rest them on the thighs. So, got a lot of space to come from. So inhale, flex, and the knees will probably bend, and that's fine. And then exhale, back down. Let the toes find the floor and let the balls of the feet find the floor. We'll go again. Inhale up and down. One more. Inhale up and down. Good job. We'll bring the feet back. I'm going to come all the way back and turn. All right, so I'm going to take a side here. We're going to move through our spine with a little bit of cow and cat. So when I teach the kids, we call this rainbow breath. Inhale this way, spread out the rainbow, exhale the other way. So the only reason why I turn sideways is so you can see me. You could stay this way, and I prefer that you do, right? Taking your breath that way. And I'll show you what it looks like both sides. So sideways first, because that's the most spine that you'll see. Okay, so from here we take an inhale, cow, let the head fall back. Exhale, cat, chin to chest. Go again, inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. And I'll take just a couple to the front, and you can join me. 2 more, feels good. All right, so let's go again, prepare. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. Nice neutral spine. So we check in for a moment just to see what we feel like. I feel my body getting more hot or warm, which is good. Feeling warm means, of course, what? Your blood is circulating, right? Your prana is moving. Your breath is moving through your body, keeping you nice and warm, which all those things are good things. So now we're going to start with a little bit of hip to bring in. So we'll take our right leg and cross on top. So for some of you, you might have to lean back for this, just to get out of a tighter hip. So leaning back is kind of where you go. And I still feel stretch here. That's pretty good. So for some of you coming up here, if you just wanted to, let's say, take the intention of get more, but not have to work so hard for it, you know, sometimes we really have to work to get into those deep spaces, then, you know, sometimes just leaning back, just relaxing into the pose. And in my opinion, relaxing into the pose is a better overall practice anyway, because you get to move into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the relaxation, as opposed to sympathetic, which is fight for flight. That's when you're trying really hard and there's a lot of resistance in the body. That's where that fight for flight could come in. So if I'm here nice and relaxed, the breath is easy, the mind stays calm. So it's just up to you kind of where you want to go with that. You could even bring in, if you had a big round pillow bolster of some sort, you can put it here and hug over, but I don't have anything like that here today. I left all that at home. Oh, I do have my child's toy, but he's got a big foam roller here. A little bit longer. So for those who find this a very easy pose, you can start to shift up as long as you can stay in that relaxed place, and you can keep going from here. You can go down over the leg, let the hands find the floor. And we have a practice of managing your mind here. So even when you get some resistance that starts to come up, if you move more into the breath, you can calm the mind's resistance to what you're feeling and be able to relax more into the pose, as opposed to let the sensation take over my mind, and then it's fight for flight kicking in again. All right, inhale, we come up. Exhale, release the leg. Take a moment, you can stay upright or take a moment back here, up to you. Nice breath. So as I sit here, I keep an awareness of how my body feels. Let's move into the other side. And this side, as you can tell, it's my not as open hip, and also because I have a little bit of age under my belt, I have a little cyst that just came into my life all of a sudden. It is what it is. But at least it's not necessarily taking a lot of my function out of my leg or my knee. So that's good. But I am gonna go eventually and see what I can do for this. I just haven't found the time yet. Okay, so back here, I feel a lot already going on in this in this leg. So I might just hang out here today and just let my body relax even more until I feel like most of the resistance that I feel in the hip has subsided, and then maybe I would move forward. But right now, I'm just letting gravity do its part, letting the shape of the leg also do its part. I'm just letting some natural breath come in and out my nose here. So for me, probably to balance myself out in this particular practice, I would stay here with this leg a little bit longer, because this side seems to be a bit tighter, which means to find the balance, I probably need a little bit longer for this leg just to let it soften down. So something to think about. For you, you might have been the other leg for you that you were like, my goodness, right? And if that was the case, then you would probably stay a little bit longer on that side to make both sides balance as best you can. Yoga is a practice. It's not a one-time event. We have to continue to move through these patterns, shapes, asanas, poses. Constantly move with our breath. Constantly manage our mind, but it's okay because it feels good in the end. Sometimes when people think of, something else to think about, their mind starts to bring in those samskaras of resistance. But no, this is good because it feels good. All right. So I'm just going to take an inhale to come up, see what that feels like, and see what forward I have, just to check in. As long as I feel it in the hip and not the knee. If the hip is super tight in any type of pose like this, if you ever feel medial knee, you need to come out, all right? And let it go. Your hip is too tight and you've gone too deep, right? All right, so we're back to center, which is here with our feet on the earth, legs bent, hands on the knees, if you like. So I'm gonna start twisting and see what that's about. So you can take it back, get all the way back on your chair. Take one hand behind, catch the back of your chair. Make sure they're nice and tall, and a little bit of pushing away at the leg or at the side of the chair. As long as you're lifted, looking over the right shoulder. And actually this feels pretty good. I'm gonna stay right here with this one. So I'm trying to keep my chest up and my shoulders back while I'm turning my head for the neck twist, waistline twist. You see it. And come back to center. And I can feel that. And then we'll try the other side. Nice breath. Growing tall. Exhale, we catch the back of the chair. We also catch the side of the chair. I got a nice little adjustment that one. Neck twist, right? Neck twist, waistline twist. And this side for me is harder, I feel it. And we come back to center, inhale, center. So we check in with both sides again, see what that feels like. All right, so let's take a nice fold over the legs. Let's see what we have. Take breath, exhale, fold. So just let the torso come down on top of the thighs. And from there, you can stay connected to your legs or let the hands drop down to the feet. Of course, it just depends on how deep you can fold. And I'm just gonna let my head drop down, chin to chest. So I feel my neck get a little bit of stretch, but in a nice way. I feel my spinal muscles get a little bit of stretch. a little bit of glute. Take a couple more breaths here. Let's see if anything else shows up in terms of space. So after a couple of breaths, until I lost my words there, it felt really good. So inhale, rising up. All right. So overall, I'm going to check in with how I feel in this moment. And I actually feel pretty good. I feel like from top to bottom, sides of the body, into my legs, maybe not the hamstrings so much, but it doesn't really matter, right? Because overall I feel a whole lot better than I did before I hit record on the camera. So anyway, I'm probably gonna stop it here. Sometimes you want to end when all is good. Although there, of course, to keep going, you might even feel even better, but this is pretty good. So nice little easy stretch out of the body, the sides of the body, the spine, the back of the body, the feet, shoulders, right? Little neck. Feels pretty good. Okay, so I will leave you here to either return back to your work or just return back to your day. I thank you for joining me today. Hopefully these little poses that we did in our chair today served you. Until next time, all my love. Namaste.